don't you? Oh, this is hot.
Morning. Saturday. Usually I don't go live on this page, but I decided to go live. You got a wig on too. Didn't just magically grow hair out of my head. Usually I have my slouchy beanies on just because they're the easiest to put on. Or a neck garter / headband, one of those 5-in-1 things. But I decided to do a little bit different today. Put some lipstick on and some eyeshadow, eyeliner. No face makeup, just eyes and lips and a wig. And I got my little silver cancer ribbon. A gray cancer ribbon for brain cancer, obviously. And brain cancer awareness thing. So if you could see right there, little GIF, there's a bucket list, and if you've seen, hopefully the title worked. It says bucket list, 3-year bucket list, which is exactly what it is. It's a 3-year bucket list. Yeah. So pretty self-explanatory, I guess. So I was given 3% chance to live past 5 years. 3 years. So originally, when I got first diagnosed, they said a 35% chance I'll live in past 5 years. I was hoping to beat odds with that. But for my last batch of testing and stuff like that, they said more like it was looking like it's more like 3%, 5% chance to live past 3 years, just because no real change in what's going on for the better. Mind you, I haven't really properly taken the time to focus on treatment. I was mostly focused on work, because obviously I need to work to pay my bills. I still need work to pay my bills. Unfortunately, things happened and I lost my job due to people not want to listen to somebody do their job. Listen to somebody, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, so yes, I have lost my job, and I'm praying like hell I can find some help before then things get worse. I'm hoping. I've reached out to so many people. Hopefully I get the help I need before it's too late. But now this is just in case I do somehow get what I need to save my house. I'm hoping that my GoFundMe is successful enough to where I not only save my home, but I can pay some medical bills and get some medications I need, and not have to worry. I mean, I'm still going to get a job, but not have to worry about finding a job right away. Like, I could take time to look for a job that I can actually will enjoy doing, will pay the bills in the long run, and not be as stressful as my past job. Mind you, any job you take is going to be stressful in some way, shape, or form, but hopefully not as stressful. See, wig. But I'm hoping and praying. Actually, by the way, this isn't the first time I actually wore this wig. I kept wanting to wear this wig, but outside of work, there's not too many chances for me where I don't go out too many places. And inside of work, I just didn't want to wear it because I worked in the kitchen, and I didn't want the wig to smell like kitchen, especially that kitchen. And I also didn't want to accidentally leave some hair, have a hair get into people's food, because, that's gross. Cross-contamination is disgusting in the restaurant business, but, having clean stuff is important too. But we're not going there. So I'm hoping that GoFundMe is basically my last chance of getting anywhere. I'm hoping maybe I get enough to not only save my home, get, medications covered and medical bills covered, but have enough to live on until I do find another job. Or maybe I'll get lucky, I'll have enough to where maybe I can build up a business that will help me not have to go back to work. Maybe I can make what I was making or then some, being my own boss, which would be so much nicer to not have to worry about other people and have to rely on managers or management to help do the right thing. Because that's probably not going to happen unless I find the right job. All right. Anyways, so the main purpose of this is to, it's two purposes. Main purpose is to promote my GoFundMe, which I have the link. Hopefully it shows on this thing. I have the link on this video, but it's also just to let everybody know that I am working on a bucket list. So, 3 years is not a lot. Of course, I'm helping to beat the odds and say, deal. But, work on a bucket list. Part of the bucket list is to, there's a lot of stuff on my bucket list. So one of my things on my bucket list is to upgrade my electric bike. Currently, my bike is my only transportation. It is in dire need of servicing, but I can't afford that right now, so I'm using it as little as possible so I don't completely ruin it and use it when I absolutely need to right now. But I'd like to be able to upgrade it just a little bit, just so I can do more with it and maybe do a few of the trails that I wanted to do. I also was thinking about doing a small trip from Gainesville to Cedar Key with the bike, and I really need a different electric bike in order to do that. I don't have a driver's license, so the electric bike is my main thing, but I think I can do it with the right electric bike, so I'm really hoping that I could get a nicer one. The one I have now was great for in city, going to and from work, which is what I was doing for 3 years with that bike. Anyways, and then getting around town and stuff like that. So that would be lovely to be able to do. Just because I want to do a couple trips, big trips, biggish trips with it, just by myself, do what have you. I'd love to make a solo trip, hopefully, just to to St. Augustine. Just time to myself. Obviously can't do that with the bike, but maybe get a ride up there, pay for a ride up there, and then just rent an electric bike or a scooter and get around town for the night. Stay at a nice hotel closest to the action, or bed and breakfast or Airbnb. just to walk around and just do something nice to be away from everybody, but in a nice area. Even I'd like to do one to Savannah too. Overnight, just walk around and do something fun. Because I like Halloween and fall and spookies and stuff. And I know there's quite a few like ghost tours and stuff around there. And I'd like to get I'd like to go to Savannah by the end of the game. I'm not big on baseball. I mean, I am a Yankees fan, but I haven't really followed them much since Jeter left. But I do watch occasional game, and I have been to Alabama baseball and softball game in town when they played against the Gators, because I'm a Bama fan. Big Al right there. So that's one thing. I'd love to go. Like, obviously, probably won't be next year, but I'd love to be able to go to an Alabama football game in Tuscaloosa. So I'd love to be able to spend a night there. That's one of my bucket lists. I would have loved to watch the football game from Alabama versus UF, but that's a couple years from now. But I'd love to be able to go to Alabama and watch a football game. And actually, the Iron Bowl would be perfect because what Alabama fan doesn't want to watch Alabama versus Auburn Iron Bowl game? I would love to take the time to go to Tuscaloosa as a Bama fan and watch the Iron Bowl. If not the Iron Bowl, I'd love to watch whoop some Gator butt. Because living in Gainesville, yeah, I want to get to see Alabama when they come for basketball, baseball, what have you. Because obviously, don't play football here for another 5 years or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Unless they change how they have everything in the football world again. They might. So that would be nice to do. Or any of the major Alabama versus Tennessee, whatever big football game against a big opponent at night in Tuscaloosa would be. Because I would like to explore Tuscaloosa a little bit. So that's part of my bucket list. Also, would love to get all my tattoos on my as many of my tattoos on my future tattoo list as possible. I haven't gotten any this year really, except for I think I got a $40 tattoo. Well, this past year. I got a $40 tattoo on my bucket list. I know, yeah. I mean, on Black Friday, I know, yeah. I was like struggling for money, but I felt like a $40 tattoo would have made or break my bank. But, so yeah, I'd love to get some more of my tattoos off my future tattoo list. It's part of my bucket list. I got 3 years supposedly. Of course, I'm hoping to break my odds, but chances are I won't. Because my luck isn't that good, but I would like to. Outside of saving my home, it's part of my bucket list. I'd like to be able to actually fix my house up. If and when I do save it. If I can't save it, I'm hoping to find something nice. If I can't save it in time, hopefully I get enough funds in time for my GoFundMe that I could at least immediately move into something nicer. Or something just as nice. Just because so that's part of my bucket list as well. I'd really like to, as part of my bucket list, start a career either working for myself or maybe just start one of those channels, Facebook, YouTube channels that actually can make me money revolving around food. But I'd love to be able to have my own business, either food truck or little restaurant. I'd love to have a little diner, honestly. I don't know. But yeah, really love to have part of my bucket list to fix my home up, save my home, or find something just as nice to where I can have like a little garden and have my pets able to freely roam around and be able to enjoy my time. Because, 3 years isn't a lot, but of course there's a 5%, 5 to 3% chance I do beat the odds, which, it'd be great if I did. But I'd love to just explore restaurants. Not chain restaurants, obviously, because all the chains are the same. At one point in time, I wanted to try a couple different restaurants in the chain I was working in. But after losing my job and what have you, because they had like a bunch of different restaurants within that franchise, in like the management group. But after losing my job of 3 years over some bullshit that I didn't even get a chance to properly defend myself against, because they just decided they weren't going to give me that chance. Which is sad, because I had plenty of evidence to prove my innocence and prove what I was doing was wrong, prove against my thing. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The way I see it, this is an opportunity to be better. So, my main thing is just save my home, maybe fix up my home, pay off some medical bills, start my bucket list. I really want to be able to spend a week with my son. It's doing stuff. Just me and my son. Not his grandparents. Not whatever, just me and my son. Even if it's just a local. Going to the Santa Fe Zoo. Going to People Park. Like, exploring a couple of restaurants that I know he'd like. That I personally enjoy going to by myself. But I love to take him with me. I know it's sad, but I'd love to get a couple of reptiles that have been on my bucket list forever. Honestly, if I couldn't save my home, I'd love to be able to get enough to get a home with a fence. No, it doesn't have to be a big house. I mean, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, tiny little house with a fence and Gainesville would be nice. I mean, I'd love to live outside Gainesville, even Ocala or what have you. It'd have to be somewhere I can personally get around town with electric bike. Because I do not have a driver's license, and with all this stuff on social media, so many people get attacked on buses and public transportation. I have too much anxiety. Dilly! Hi, dog. Oh, sorry. I have too much anxiety to be able to do that anymore. Like, getting on a bus gives me more anxiety than anything. Just because I do not trust people. And I don't trust people as it is. But the more I see that kind of stuff, the less I trust people. And the fact that there was a couple of people who, after I lost my job, who I did have high regards and high respect for and trusted a lot, they never reached out to me. I mean, there's a level that they can't, some weird level. But as somebody that claimed they were my friend, or claimed to care about me for a long time, and regardless of work relationships, I'm no longer work there. Those people could easily have at least reached out at least once, sorry. At least once, and they haven't. So that being said, my trust in people is even less than normal. Less than it was before. And it wasn't that high to begin with. So, public transportation would not be good for me. So, that being said, I just mainly want to save my home. And if not, find something nice. If I can't get saving time, have enough funds to find something where me and my pets are not homeless, and I can enjoy the next 3 years. Even if I beat the odds, it'd be nice to know that those 3 years of me battling cancer would be nice. And maybe, just maybe, if I have able to not deal with the stress of work or what have you for a while, maybe I can focus on my treatment, on my cancer, and my bucket list, and maybe actually beat the odds, because hold on. Okay, so maybe taking the time off or losing this job could be a good thing, because I can now focus. Maybe I could get enough for my GoFundMe to where I can focus on taking care of my health and myself, rather than taking care of other people. Hope I give my son a good birthday coming up, because his birthday's coming up. So I'm half hoping maybe this is a blessing in disguise type thing, and maybe those who decide to screw me over will learn a lesson. I doubt it, but karma's a bitch. But yeah, maybe I'll be lucky to be able to build my own business. Who knows? Mainly, I want to save my home, and then, I can focus on a bucket list and taking care of my health. Anyways, hopefully. I hope. Anyways. Yeah. So, if you're watching this, just know that I need help still with my GoFundMe. And part of it is to help with my bucket list. Part of it's to help me save my home. and hopefully save enough, have enough to not worry about, well, still gotta worry about finding a job or what have you in the meantime. But yeah, that's a little part of my bucket list. Of course, I got other stuff on my bucket list too, but that's main parts of it.